Okay, next up is going to be the bright silver candy base. See how this comes out. Not as bright as it says, but right now I had, let me see if I could do a little buffing. Just a little bit. Try another pass. I'm not going to do a comparison of these just yet. Let me just finish painting it, and we'll do a side-by-side comparison soon. So let me let this dry. Alright, next up it's going to be the white aluminum. See how that looks. Alright. So that's white aluminum. Looks alright. Let me just finish it up and move on to the next one. The last one, of course, is going to be semi-matte aluminum. See how this works. Alright. There's a little imperfection there that looks like a hair follicle. I don't know how that got there, but we're going to leave it there for now. It's not going to... I'm not going to let that bug me. Alright. Let's wait until it dries and we'll review each and every one of them. Alright. So here are the 4 silver type colors that I've applied onto these 3 parts, these 3 test parts. And mainly, of course, I did this not only to the other color parts, but of course to see how it would feel and look on a plastic part using Pla-plate. Again, I've had experience with this where sometimes it comes out great, and sometimes it comes out terrible. And I kind of figured out a few things that may be the reasons why. Obviously, giving a prime and then giving a gloss black coat first is a necessity. Now, going back to Aqua Gloss Clear, this thing is very, very, very thick, and even though it says here at 15 to 20 psi's, it does clog up a little too much. I'm going to test that out on another part using thinner, just to thin it out a bit to see if it works for a future kit. So I actually use this on this part here, which is on the flip side, which not too fond of it. So right now I still have this as the control, which I will paint it soon. But going back to this, I protected the gloss coat using Mr. Super Clear Gloss. I've had this for a long time, and I've never had any problems with this guy. All I have to do is, of course, I had to do like maybe 2 or 3 sprays. Don't, oversaturate, just 2 or 3, and that was it. And that protected the black. Then, of course, as you could see, I began doing the colors. Using the chrome. The chrome came out the best, as you could see there. You can probably see my hand. You see? This came out the best choice. Using bright silver candy. Candy is not considered to be a reflective coat, but then again, I could be wrong. It has a smooth surface when I pass my finger over it, but it doesn't have the reflectiveness. It does have a nice tone to it, especially if you put it like next to these two, as you can see there. There we go. Let me see if that's better. I'm gonna do a photograph and post it on Facebook so you guys can see. So this came out really good. Maybe I didn't do it right, because as I was reading the instructions on this, let me see here if I could find it. Shake well thoroughly. Do not. Thin surface must be completely clean. Apply medium coat at 20 to 30 psi's. So this was half the amount that I was putting on. To clean bare plastic. Oh, okay. So I guess you have to thin. I don't know what that means. Hold on. Shake thoroughly before use. Do not thin. Surface must be completely clean. Apply 1 medium coat, 2 to 30 pieces to clean bare plastic. With this, interesting. Dry time 15 minutes. As the carrier evaporates, the shine will develop, allowing it to cure for 1 hour. Okay, maybe I didn't do it right, but regardless, I kind of like the tone either way. I will repeat it again in the future. White aluminum has a rough texture to it, and I don't know why. I don't know if I did this wrong, or maybe it's the way it is. It does say 12 to 15 psi's, but of course reading this is here. Shake thoroughly before use. Do not thin. Okay. Prime surface with Alclad primer filler, gray, white, black, which I did. And then of course it does this. The semi-matte aluminum is the most roughest choice, and it's almost the same as this. I don't see any difference whatsoever, so I'm kind of a little disappointed with how it looks. Like these two, fine. This one is kind of like this, so I don't know, and I'm not going to redo these parts again. So I'm going to let this dry a bit. It is dry, of course, but I'm just going to pause for a minute, and then what I'm going to do So I'm going to get masking tape, and I'm going to begin doing the layers of color. So I'm going to do red. Well, let me prepare this, and we'll go on with the colors. Alright, so we're going to begin with Candy Indigo Enamel, which is a bluish tone. I've used this color before, and on my Master Grade Gesto, which didn't turn out right. I'm going to do this on the control. This is running at 20 to 25 psi according to the instructions. And I put these little loose strips here. The masking tape to show it out. So that's one pass. According to that, you have to do one pass. And we're going to try this on the white aluminum. That's one. The next one is the semi-matte aluminum. Okay. The next one will be the bright silver base. Okay. And lastly, the chrome. Whoa, it's pretty good. Wow. Alright, let's let it dry and move on to the next one.